When it comes to nourishing infants during their critical early months of growth and development, few decisions carry as much weight as choosing between breast milk and infant formula. Both have their place in supporting infant health, yet their vitamin D profiles and how that influences the baby's intake can differ significantly. While infant formula is consistently fortified to meet standardized nutritional targets, breast milk reflects the nutritional status of the mother, particularly for nutrients like vitamin D that rely on maternal stores or supplementation. Understanding these differences is key to making informed, health-supportive choices for infant well-being, whether breastfeeding, formula feeding, or using a combination of both. Infant formula is required by most regulatory bodies around the world to be fortified with vitamin D. In the US, for example, formulas typically contain 400 IU of vitamin D per liter, aligned with the American Academy of Pediatrics recommendation that infants receive at least 400 IU of vitamin D per day beginning in the first few days of life. This standardization offers a clear benefit. Infants who consume formula exclusively and in sufficient volume, typically around 1 liter or 32 ounces per day, are generally receiving adequate amounts of vitamin D for bone development, calcium regulation, and immune function. This is particularly important in preventing rickets, a condition of bone weakening that, though rare, can still occur when infants receive inadequate vitamin D. In addition to vitamin D, infant formulas also contain balanced levels of protein, essential fatty acids, including DHA for brain and eye development, iron, and other micronutrients. While formula cannot fully replicate the immunological and hormonal complexity of breast milk, it remains a reliable and carefully controlled source of nourishment, especially in situations where breastfeeding is not possible, not chosen, or insufficient. For families seeking predictability and standardized intake, formula offers peace of mind with regard to vitamin D status, particularly without the need for separate supplementation. Breast milk, on the other hand, is a living fluid, adaptable, dynamic, and rich in antibodies, enzymes, growth factors, and bioavailable nutrients that evolve to meet the infant's changing needs. It is universally considered the gold standard for infant nutrition, supporting immune development, digestive health, and emotional bonding. Yet despite its many benefits, breast milk tends to be naturally low in vitamin D, especially when the mother herself has insufficient levels. Without supplementation, breast milk typically contains only about 25 to 80 IU of vitamin D per liter, which falls far short of an infant's needs for optimal growth and bone mineralization. This is why health authorities strongly recommend that breastfed infants receive supplemental vitamin D, typically 400 IU per day, either through drops given directly to the baby or through high-dose maternal supplementation. Studies have shown that when breastfeeding mothers take 4,000 to 6,400 IU of vitamin D daily, their milk can achieve sufficient levels of vitamin D to meet their infant's needs without additional drops. This offers a more integrated and natural way to deliver vitamin D, maintaining the intimacy and physiological benefits of exclusive breastfeeding while correcting the common shortfall in this key nutrient. For mothers committed to breastfeeding, maternal supplementation becomes a vital strategy, not only for the infant's well-being but also for the mother's long-term bone health and hormonal balance. Vitamin D deficiency in mothers is widespread, particularly in darker-skinned individuals, those living in northern latitudes, or those who spend little time in sunlight. Addressing maternal deficiency through daily or weekly supplementation ensures a stronger nutritional foundation for both mother and child, supporting immunity, mood stability, and postpartum recovery. From a practical standpoint, the orientation is clear. For breastfeeding families, ensuring adequate maternal supplementation or providing infant drops transforms breast milk into a complete nutritional source for the developing baby. For formula feeding families, the built-in fortification guarantees a stable intake of vitamin D without the need for extra steps. Both approaches are valid and effective as long as vitamin D adequacy is consciously addressed. In cases where breastfeeding is partial or inconsistent, a mixed approach can still work beautifully, supplementing as needed, or relying on fortified formula to balance the vitamin D equation. What matters most is awareness that while breast milk offers profound advantages, it does require intentional support in the area of vitamin D. Ultimately, both breast milk, with proper supplementation, and fortified formula can support thriving, healthy infants. Each option reflects different strengths: breast milk's living complexity and immunological protection, and formula's nutrient consistency and ease of use. The key is not choosing one as superior over the other, but understanding how each works and making sure vitamin D is never left to chance in the process. When parents are supported with clear information and options, both baby and caregiver benefit from a foundation of confident, informed care.